getting on to some other topics. We got a big fight here in Vegas this weekend. You got Canelo, you got Berlanga. So just your thoughts on that fight. How do you see it going?
My opinion, I think Canelo too experienced. I think he will get the job done. I feel like it's going to be nice and early. I feel like Berlanga is going to walk into something, and you won't see it coming.
Gotcha. Now you don't think he has a like power or a puncher's chance in the fight,
Yeah,
or
everyone, man. You can't disrespect anyone, but I feel like Canelo's just levels above anyone that Berlanga's ever fought, and it's going to be a big shock.
Yeah. So you got Canelo by KO.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Tim, I've got to ask because obviously we've seen it. Oscar's made himself a part of this affair. He had some back and forth with Canelo at his last fight, which he was a co-promoter on. Just what are your thoughts with Oscar involving himself in this fight and some of the things he said about, like, attending the UFC over this and just the whole thing?
I reckon he's jealous, man. Like, he's a big hater of Canelo. Like, that's all you can really say. And he's showing it every week. He's doing some videos about a weekly update of Canelo. It's like he's in his mind non-stop. I feel like it's a weird thing to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's I was a little shocked that he was trying to take boxing fans away from the fight when he had nothing to do with it and no interest in the other event. But yeah, it definitely is interesting.
Yeah.
Question for you: you've done work with the UFC or at the UFC training center. Obviously, you're a boxer. Another kind of ancillary topic with this whole UFC Noche and Canelo's fight has been like, who's going to perform better? How do you think the events go? Do you think one outperforms the other, or is there space or room for both of them? Are they two different fan bases?
I think it's actually good that they're both actually on the same weekend. It sort of brings more eyes and attention from that wider audience. I think boxing's got a niche market, UFC's got a niche market, and when they come together and more people talk about it, the more people they're going to bring in. I still believe, due to the fact that it's the Mexican weekend, I feel like the history of boxing in Mexico, it's going to favor the Canelo event. But again, UFC's rising as well, and for example in Australia, I feel like the UFC will be bigger. There'll be more people watching at the pubs. Well, I think here it's going to be more of a Canelo day.
Gotcha. Now, since we're talking UFC, are you a UFC fan?
Here
and there? You watch a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Then I won't bother you with any prediction questions for UFC. But one other question I had, Noonan boy, he tells me you're really strong. I've watched you fight. I've seen you knock out guys, cold. Is there like any chance you would, because you've done work at UFC Training Center, where you would potentially get into a crossover fight or maybe do MMA?
Yeah, why not, man? In the future, who knows? Like, I've got to learn how to do a bit of wrestling and jiu-jitsu, but who knows, man? I was even talking about a couple months ago. I was like, I'd even get into the bare knuckle. That'd be pretty
bare
cool.
knuckle?
Yeah, why not?
Tim Tszyu, bare knuckle? I'm scared for whoever you fight. Man, that'd be crazy. Have you done like any MMA, like, no training, like that kind of training?
No, I've been around people, but I've never done it. I can't, I'm not that flexible, so if you tell me to kick something, I wouldn't know where to start.
Got you.